Spring is not just an English school.
So, こんにちは。横浜英会話スプリングのディオと先生のダンです。教室は東横線の綱島駅から1分の場所にあります。もし無料体験に興味があればぜひ来てください。毎回こちらのボーナスレッスンでは単語とフレーズの練習をします。
That's right. So this is our fourth live lesson. We brought to you a live lesson on Thursday, which was our level 1 class. It's our red class. That's level 1 red class. The children are about 3 years old. And then on Friday, we did a live lesson for our level 2 class, which is our yellow course here at Spring, yellow, level 2. And the children in that level are usually around 5 or 6 years old. And then on Saturday, we brought to you another live lesson, which was our level 3 class. Okay, and for those classes we use the Happy Valley textbooks. But when the children graduate from our Happy Valley course, they move on to these wonderful books called the Smart English books. Okay, so these are the Smart English books that we use here at Spring. And they're backed up by a lot of great online content and a lot of practice. Of course, here at Spring, we think face-to-face lessons are the best, but it's also nice to have some backup online content, right, Rio?
Yes.
Yeah, so could you maybe explain a little bit to what I said there in Japanese?
Okay. So, ここスプリングでは、レッド、イエローとグリーンクラスがありまして、その3つのクラスは、ハッピーバリーという教科書を使っています。で、今回やるレッスンは、オレンジ、パープルとブラウンクラスのスマートイングリッシュという教科書をやっていきます。で、全部のレッスンにはオンラインの復習ができるボーナスレッスンとかオンライン復習ができますので、それもぜひチェックしてみてください。
That's right. So the earlier levels, the level 1, 2, and 3, which are our red, yellow, and green classes, are a lot of fun, designed for young learners, beginner students. But when they move on to the Smart English, it can be sometimes a little bit challenging to understand the lessons. So we want to bring Rio in to help explain some of those important parts of learning English from a young age. Okay, so let's begin with our level 2. This is the Smart English 2, which is our orange class. Okay, and our orange class is our level 4. Okay, so level 4, we use the Smart English 2 book. And today we're going to go over lesson 1. Okay. Lesson 1. So if you're a student at Spring, please open your book to page 7. And if you're not, don't worry. You don't need the books. But if you have them, please open your books to page 7. Okay. If you just joined Spring, if you're one of our new students, this will also be helpful because maybe you missed it because you've just joined Spring, so you probably missed the first units, right, Rio?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to jump right into our... Let's just get this over here. So we're going to teach... These are called adjectives. Okay, so Rio, how do you explain adjectives in Japanese?
So, 英語で adjective っていうのは日本語で形容詞というものになります。So, 今回のレッスンでは形容詞の単語の練習を勉強しましょう。
Good. So, in lesson 1, we teach 6 new adjectives, and I'm going to say them in English, and then Rio is going to repeat them in Japanese. Okay, so we'll start with that. So the first adjective is young.
young は若いという意味です。
Number 2 is excuse me. Number 2 is old.
old は古いという意味です。
Okay, number 3 is big.
big は大きいという意味です。
Number 4 is small.
small は小さいという意味です。
Number 5 is long.
long は長いという意味です。
And number 6, the final and last word is short.
short は短いという意味です。
Okay, so I will repeat all 6 now, and then Rio will repeat after me. Ready? Young, old, big, small, long, short.
young 若い old 古い big 大きい small 小さい long 長い short 短い。
Great. So thank you, Rio. The question that we ask in lesson 1 is, what is it? Okay, so what is it?
What is it? は日本語でそれ何ですかっていう質問です。
Okay, great. And so in Unit 1, we have some animals that we use to describe. So we use these adjectives to describe some animals and some creatures.
このレッスン1では、動物の説明の単語、形容詞を使った単語を使います。
So the first one using these adjectives is, it's a young lion.
こちらの文章は、このライオンは若いライオンですという意味です。
Number 2, it's an old lion.
こちらは、このライオンはお年寄りのライオンですを意味します。
Now be careful. With number 2, the word old starts with the letter O. Anytime you have a word that starts with a vowel like A, E, I, O, U, we use an, A-N. So it's an old lion.
A, E, I, O, U この母音を使った言葉の時はあではなく an という言葉を使います。So it's an old lion. It's an old lion.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a challenge because all the words start with a consonant, and they fit, and so it's a young lion, it's a big bear, but for number 2, it's different. It's an old lion. Okay. Number 3, it's a big bear.
このクマは大きいですという意味です。
Number 4, what is it? It's a small bear.
こちらは小さいクマですという意味です。
Number 5, it's a long lion. What is it? It's a long... Oh, I'm sorry. Number 5, my mistake. Let's go back. Number 5, it's a long snake.
長いヘビですという意味です。
And number 6, the opposite is, it's a short snake.
短い蛇ですという意味です。
Great. All right. So that's it for page number 7 in the books. We are going to just quickly review what we've taught. Okay. Where we got here. So also got, let me just quickly open up the book again. Gosh. Okay, very good. So just remember, the rule to remember in this lesson, one of the rules is anytime you have a word in English that starts with the letter A, E, I, O, U, you use N. Every other letter, for example, B, C, D, F, G, H, we use the letter A. It's a big bear.
So, 今回注目してほしいポイントは、母音の時の文章は an を使うことです。So, 母音は A, E, I, O, U から始まる言葉の時は an。It's an old lion こういう風に使ってください。母音以外の時は It's a young lion It's a big bear So A, E, I, O, U 以外の、言葉は a を使ってください。
There you go. So that's a quick lesson for our Smart English 2 with the help of Rio to explain these things that are sometimes hard for the English teachers that don't speak Japanese well to explain. So we'll just continue in that direction. Okay, so for animals, now this is a good segue into our level 5 class here at Spring, which we use the Smart English 3 books. Okay, so we use the Smart